Meanwhile, the battle between the Democratic candidates, Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, facing tough questions at last night's Fox News town hall as they made their final pitches to voters before the Michigan and Mississippi results came in. Here to weigh in, Lee Carter, GOP communications strategist, and Richard Goodstein of Goodstein and Associates. Thanks to both of you for coming. Lee, let's start with Hillary Clinton. She responded to questions about her emails. Let's play the clip and see how the dial registered as a result of what she said. Go ahead.
I have said it wasn't the best choice to use a personal email. It was a mistake. However, I am not alone in that. Many people in the government, past and current, have on occasion or as a practice done the same. Nothing I sent was marked classified or that I received was marked classified.
Now, I assume the blue line going up is not a good thing for her, correct?
Now, the blue line going across there was pretty much a flat line. That was Democrats. The yellow line there, independents. Independents are going to be critical for Hillary Clinton going forward as she's looking towards the general election, as we just heard Ed saying that it's so important for her. What we really heard, this was the lowest that she dialed all night. People were glad that she was on Fox News, that she was willing to talk to people on the other side.
We were happy she was on Fox News.
Absolutely. But this was a really, really bad answer. What she's basically saying is other people have done it, and so it should be just fine that I did it too. I mean, that's the same thing as coming home from a high school party and saying everybody else was drinking, I should be allowed to do it too. It does not make it okay. People say I don't trust her. When people talk about the emails, they say, you know what? This is an issue.
Well, Richard, here's the other thing that doesn't make it too good is I'm holding in my hand, this is the document that she signed when she became Secretary of State at State Department 2009, and she was emphasizing last night, she said nothing I sent was classified, etc. It says here, and I'm reading from this document, classified information is marked or unmarked classified information, classified under the standards of executive order, blah, blah, blah. It being granted access to classified information, special confidence and trust shall be placed in me by the United States government. Well, it wasn't. It didn't have to be marked classified for her not to put it on her server, according to the document she signed.
Right. So, David, I always assume that your viewers on the business network deal in fact, not fantasy or wishes. And I'm not saying this about you or Lee, but there are people who are making of this email issue. The same people thought that Benghazi would bring her down, that thought her concussion would bring her down. Look, here's the answer to your question.
I'm going to ask you again, just to answer specifically the question. What about this document she signed that says it doesn't have to be marked classified?
The answer is that classification is a dynamic, not a static process. Things that are in the public domain today could be unclassified, and tomorrow the intelligence community could deem them classified.
Yeah.
Now, I wish she had actually said it just like that, because we know what we're talking about. We're talking about articles in the New York Times about drones, okay? And the intelligence community has decided.
Very specifically, let me go back to Lee for a second. What we're talking about is an investigation that even the Washington Post now says is a criminal investigation, something that Hillary doesn't say. Is that another reason why her dislikes went up when she began talking about this?
Look, I think 9 out of 10 voters on all sides of the aisle question her judgment. Now, whether or not, you know, we can talk about all the candidates and whether or not people question their judgment, but 9 out of 10 voters question Hillary Clinton's judgment as a result of this very issue. And that's a major problem for her. We've got a lot of energy around other candidates. There's a lot of energy around her opponent, Bernie Sanders. Is he going to win right now? It doesn't look like that.
Yeah. By the way, that's the grade that we're looking at that specifically registered about the emails. Guys, we got to leave it at that. Lee Carter, Richard Goodstein. I got to tell you, another part of the audience last night were the FBI agents who were investigating this. You better believe their ears perked up when she talked about classified material.
They were utterly unfazed by that.
Guys, thank you very much. We'll see. Time will tell, won't it, Richard?